absolutely. Today it's very interesting. We have our host here in the studio with us, and we're going to be asking a couple of questions. I'm excited. I'm sure Justina is excited as well too. Please, wherever you are, in the comment section, in the chat box, please make welcome our host, Pastor Yemi David. You're very welcome, sir.
Glad to be here. It's MLF 2024.
Yes, sir. Just a few things we'd like to, people watching all over the world would like to get a clarification on many things, particularly MLF. One of the questions we'd like to ask you is, what is the idea behind MLF?
We've always had ministers for over the years, and it's born out of the fact that when you impact a leader, you impact so many things, so many people. Okay, if I impact a parent, I'm impacting the family. If I impact a dad, I'm impacting the family. If I impact a president, I'm impacting the nation. So in the context of the church, if you impact a pastor or an associate pastor or a team lead, you're actually impacting the church. So you want to invest in the leaders, thereby, you're investing in the churches. So it's been a burden in my heart when I started understanding the concept of leadership. The reality of the fact is that leaders make decisions that affect almost us all. If you're in a church, for instance, when your pastor makes some decisions, it affects you. If it's a great decision, it blesses you. But if it's not too good decision, it also affects. Just like parents, when a mother or a parent or dad makes some decisions at work, it's kind of binding on the family. So we want to see how we leaders can be better, think better, better ideas. We cross-pollinate as we gather together in the forum. You meet other pastors. You know what's happening around you. At least we are trusting that we be better. We be better.
Amazing. Which leads me to the next question I was going to ask you. You talked about pastors, and for the first and second session that we just had, you talked about mentorship. The question here is, how important is mentorship in the life of not just a leader, but an emerging leader?
Yeah, mentorship is actually important for everyone. A mentor has been to where you are trying to go. So if I've been somewhere and I've stayed there and I've even surpassed it, and you are trying to come, I think it's just wisdom to learn from me. It makes your own journey easy or easier. So without mentoring, people go through torments because you just go through unnecessary heartaches, unnecessary mistakes, detours that you could have avoided if you at least had cared to ask me how the road is. What did you experience on this particular journey? You've passed it, but I'm about to embark on my own. So gleaning from me, or me gleaning from a mentor that's gone ahead of me, makes my own journey easy. And that's what God does. You see generations of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You see people like Elijah, Elisha, even Jesus Christ, with the disciples. And by the time Jesus Christ was done with the disciples, in Acts of the Apostles, for instance, you hear the people in government saying, these guys, most of them were ordinary fishermen, but they seem to be manifesting like they are so educated and exposed. And that's okay, they've been with a mentor. Somebody taught them, somebody schooled them. So mentoring makes our journey easy. Or easier.
Absolutely amazing. Justina, you had a couple of questions that,
yes.
By the way, we're so excited to have our senior pastor here. And a couple of questions that we're going to be asking him. If you have questions, please put it in the comment section, and we're going to have it over to our senior pastor, Justina.
Yes. So there's a particular question that I believe has been burning in the hearts of a lot of people and myself as well. And it has to do with association.
Okay.
Because on social media, I follow you on social media, and and I see.
Friends to follow me too.
Yes, sir. With pleasure. With all pleasure, sir. So I see a lot of posts on your page about and your relationships, really, the friends you have, and you also mentioned it today, and there was a clip or part of your presentation rather around the friendships that you've built over the years. And the theme for this year is built to last.
Yeah.
So how do you think that leaders can, cultivate relationships that will transcend times, seasons, challenges, and also, I'm sorry, this question is a bit packed because I've been wanting to ask
I
for a
won't
while.
lie to you.
Yes.
It starts from you.
Okay.
Let me give a background. Have you noticed that people that are addicted to cigarettes or what we call weed, when they go to a particular location, a place, they have a way of finding where they sell it without advertisement. Have you ever noticed that?
Yes.
When the guy gets to the community, under, he will just be walking around. He will just know the person that smokes it or where they sell it. You just find there's no advertisement. So it's not enough to tell people go and get great friends. You have to be great on your inside for you to even recognize that this person can add to my greatness or be a catalyst for my greatness, or we can sharpen each other. If you are not okay and working on yourself, you attract people like that. So it's not just about the externals. I think it starts with us. Then from there you can now begin to design, this particular entrepreneur, this particular mentor. For example, not all mentors fit you. Some of them can damage your life by the things they tell you. But as the way you are, you can also still design that this one will not be mentor me, or this one will not be my friend. Even if you pick a wrong friend, for instance, and you know it's a wrong friend, but if the right values are in you, you quickly know this one doesn't match up with my values. I mean that I'm showing some pictures today, add a lot, but some dropped along the line because our values don't seem to match. So I encourage people that just cultivate the right values first. When you are in that space, you'll be able to even discern the kind of person you want to pull close. In fact, you attract them, or you also will attract them. Deep collect onto deep. There's a way you are that even the person longs to be your friend, because like John the Baptist, when he met, when the mother saw Mary and the baby left in her womb, something inside her clicked, something on the other inside. Then there was a connection.
Yes.
So I think people need to allow themselves some wholeness, some alignment first, and then you'll be able to design or also attract or be attracted to the right people.
Thank you very much, sir, for that. So I have one more question for you, because Ochiko asked two, so I have to ask two as well.
That's fine.
So,
I should have allowed you to speak first. But fine, I forgive you.
yes, you're forgiven. So, sir, of course, as members of Global Impact Church, we have scriptures that we're told, compelled in that sense, but we're told to read.
Yeah.
And I started reading the book of Nehemiah and stopped building. And you also mentioned that today during one of your sessions as well. So my question is, as leaders that want to, we want to stand the test of time, and we want to have structures in place that, would last even when we're no longer here. How do you, what do you think the story of Nehemiah, how does it come into play? Because I know he didn't, regardless of the outside noise, that's what I like to call it, regardless of the outside noise, he just kept on, and even till today, we're still reading about his story and learning from it.
Well, the book of Nehemiah, in case you've not studied it, it's something you want to study. I like him. He was not a positional leader. He was not a high priest, or like a Moses. No, he was a cupbearer to a king that is a hidden king. He had passion for the kingdom. He just heard that the walls of Jerusalem was broken down, and he couldn't just. There was this passion. Passion is powerful, the right passion anyway. And he was able to take the right steps. So I think thinking of the future makes the difference. In fact, when you hear Nehemiah praying, he was confessing the sins of his forefathers that brought them to where they were. He wasn't self-centered. He was thinking about the past and then thinking about the future. So when you are able to project, okay, one day I'll be 80 or 90 or 100 and I'll be done. What would they say about my life? What would they say about help you develop new visions? For instance, okay, if I'm no more here, how would they know what God has taught me? I think I should write a book. Because when I'm gone, the book remains. Maybe I should start an institution where all these things I'm learning can become, where even when I'm gone, they can be teaching it. But if you're not thinking about 100 years after, you just be living for today, preach today, and go and sleep, preach today, But so when you think far, you start developing some things to do now that will sort out that time. It helps you to plan. It helps to put structures in place. It helps to do things that will live or outlive you. I think that makes sense.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for that question. Lisa, just in 20 seconds, we just want to ask this last question in 20 seconds. This is a leaders forum.
Yes.
How best, most leaders right now, they feel that they are not leaders. In respect to service, how important is service in leadership?
Servant leadership. If you remove the leadership, servant. Everybody can serve, whether the leader or the member of the team. I think that should be one of the things, especially in Africa here, we should just focus on people serving. So if I'm still serving, whether I'm the leader or not, I'm still serving. So I think we should project serving or servanthood. a leader, said, just keep serving. You know, not the leadership, the serving. You know, Jesus Christ said, I am among you as one that serves. Putting your hands to the plow. There's a meeting taking place, so you are the leader, you're also there, you know, serving, wanting to get things done. You're not like, you know, like the boss. So if we emphasize serving, then anybody can feel like a leader because you can serve the team, you can serve the organization. Even when you now become the team lead, just keep serving. I feel that was something I also noticed in Joseph, even Nehemiah. All through, he was just up and down. He was the governor of Judah. He was made the governor of Judah, but you see him doing things, he was just serving. You call him governor, he calls himself a servant. So I think the real issue is if the narrative, or the focus is on service, and it enters you like we say, it's now in your blood, the leadership won't get you away from serving. Or if you're not even the leader, you don't even feel like you're not the leader. You are a bit satisfied, or you get some kind of fulfillment when you get things done. I don't know whether that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
That makes sense. Our viewers, I'm sure you guys are already pumped. So much have been said here, and this is not even a session in the conference in itself. But if you were blessed by this wonderful interview session with our senior pastor, please don't forget to follow our handles. Yemi David's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, also Global Impact NG.